Yeah, both starters having to throw 24 first inning pitches to get this game started. It's on to the second inning, and Ian Kinsler who leads it off here for the Rangers. So both teams with fabulous opportunities in the first inning but cannot cash in. And as you said earlier, Buck, if you don't get to these particular starters early, you may not get to them at all.
Well, and it's going to be interesting to watch Price. He's thrown a curveball and a changeup here the first two pitches of the second inning. Totally different departure. Both Lee and Price used their fastball in the first inning, and they both struggle with their command.
Kinsler to left field. Crawford coming in, but it'll fall in front of him for a base hit. He's got great speed coming in, but that one ducks down in front of him, and Kinsler's aboard to begin things in the second inning. Those numbers with the Mets in 124 games, 11 homers, 237 average, but with the Rangers hitting at 340 in 15 games with the Rangers, and he puts a charge into this out to center field. B.J. Upton going back at the wall. It's off the wall. Upton plays the carom as Kinsler tries to score from first base, and he will, standing. The Rangers take a 1-0 lead on a wall ball double for Jeff Francoeur, back by the 4:04 marker, and Texas is on the board. So Francoeur at second base. This has happened quickly in the second inning as Jorge Cantu stands in and fouls it straight back. 95. Price back to the fastball again. So Cantu with the Marlins and Rangers. 97 games with the Marlins, 30 with the Rangers. So Francoeur at second base. And an 0-1 as Cantu late on the fastball. 95 from Price, and it's 0-2.
Well, Cantu is one of the many pickups during the course of the summer that added depth and experience to this roster. They dealt with injuries. He was not as productive as they had hoped. He had 1 home run and 2 RBIs, and that came as the clinching game to secure their spot in the postseason.
Check swing foul. Cantu traded to the Rangers from the Marlins on July 29th for 2 minor leaguers, and at the time was the Marlins' primary third baseman. He had started 80 games at third for the Marlins before the trade, but has played more first with the Rangers, starting 21 games at first base for Texas, and is being used in that capacity here for Game 1 of the ALDS. Roughing off the backside is Price.
Well, what you need from Cantu right now is at least a productive out. Move Francoeur from second to third. Hit the ball on the right side at a minimum.
Swing and a miss. Cantu down on strikes. It's the first K for Price. 1 down here in the second inning. He looks relaxed and comfortable now. Thanks, Mark. As Cantu strikes out, it's Benji Molina who takes strike 1. It's part of a Rangers catching story that was much different to begin the year. You start the year with Jared Saltalamacchia, Taylor Teagarden, and by year's end, you get 2 different catchers, and both have done very well for Ron Washington.
Now, Molina has been in this situation in the past. Of course, 2002 with the Angels, he was the catcher for Mike Scioscia and won the World Series. But it's really a challenging move for a catcher to join a team mid-season and catch a pitching staff that he's not familiar with. But Molina's handled it very well.
Molina coming over to the Rangers July the 1st. Saw Chris Ray and a minor leaguer head to San Francisco. As he bloops this one down the right field line, it'll fall for a base hit. As Francoeur being waved around, a bobble in right by Zobrist, and another run for the Rangers. Texas takes a 2-0 lead. So Molina at first base, 1 down in the inning. Elvis Andrus is the batter. He grounded out to third base in the first inning, 0 for 1. And he takes strike 1 from Price.
First time through the order, Texas has 5 hits against David Price. There's a lot of balance here, and it's very difficult to focus on 1 or 2 spots in the order and think, okay, if I shut them down, I'm going to be all right.
Andrus with a swing and a miss. Fastball up at 96. David Price during the regular season a 19-game winner. It was 19-6. A nifty 2.72 earned run average. This one is up over the mound, and at second base, Rodriguez a foot behind him to second for the force out. They get the lead runner in Benji Molina for the second out of the inning, and Andrus reaches at first base without 2 down.
This doesn't look like much of a play, but I don't know if Rodriguez has a shot at Andrus at first. He flips it behind him, confident that Bartlett's going to be there. Andrus runs well. Price has no play on it. Rodriguez momentum is going away from first, and he knows he's got plenty of time with Molina at second. Look at this. Just a no-look pass on the money to Bartlett for the force out.
So 2 down now here in the second inning, and Andrus at first base. Michael Young swinging to that first pitch, fouls it back to the screen.
Michael Young is the second longest tenured big league player to make his first appearance in the playoffs.
10 major league seasons without getting to the postseason, and here he is in his first postseason game. As he takes the strike from Price and is quickly down 0-2.
Again, a curveball finds the strike zone for Price. But he hasn't had the fastball command as we saw down the stretch.
Young has not enjoyed his season series against the Rays. 2 for 17 during the regular season. Down 0-2 here. And fouls it off to the right, a protective swing. Well, the Rangers in the postseason, 2 runs today. They had 2 runs in their last 6 postseason games, all losses. Of course, it is 9 losses in a row for them in the postseason, all against the Yankees. What is the concern for the Rays is keeping this run total down for the Rangers. As the pitch just misses, framed by Shopik. And it's 1-2.
It's a perfect time for the Rangers to run. After Price misses with this pitch, it's a 1-2 count to Young with 2 outs. Go ahead and force the Rays to throw you out. And if you get thrown out a second, Michael Young will lead off next inning. I think it's time to gamble and kind of set the tone. If you're the Rangers, you've got 2 runs already. Take a chance that you can get another runner in scoring position right here.
Andrus 15 times caught attempting to steal this season in his 47 attempts, after he had been caught only 6 times last season in 39 attempps. He gains his lead at first base with 2 down in the inning. Young strikes out. Price gets his second K, but the Rangers come away with a pair of runs. Done with an inning and a half. 2-0 Texas.